you doing, everybody? And welcome to the first postseason and post-Madison edition of Wilde's Mailbox here at ESPNMilwaukee.com and ESPNMadison.com. Working from home, got the little one here. She's making her ESPN Milwaukee and ESPN Madison debut. We got two questions today, and we'll get to them right now. The first one comes from Scott and Donna, who are wondering, after watching the Pack and the Saints play the Cards, what is it going to take to get the Packer defense to put in as good of a performance as the Saints did against the Cardinals offense? Is it just a matter of the secondary getting healthy, or are there line and linebacker personnel issues that need improving or changing, as well as the defensive scheme? Well, first of all, I think they're committed to the scheme. I think that's pretty clear. They finished as the number 2 defense in the NFL in yards allowed. And while you can criticize the quality of play that they may have faced, that still says something for the first year of the system. We talked about the fact that there were going to be growing pains in this scheme, and they certainly had some. And I think the most troubling thing is that when they played 4 games against really high-quality quarterbacks, Brett Favre twice, Ben Roethlisberger, and Kurt Warner, the defense obviously came up with bad performances. I think we saw a weakness of the 3-4 in terms of passes in the middle of the field. But I really think that they have good personnel at this point. They certainly want to add some good players, but as you look at their secondary, not only were they without Al Harris at the end of the season, they were also without Pat Lee, who we don't know if he's a player or not, and Will Blackman, who we know may not be a top-flight corner, but I think it's safe to say he's better than Jared Bush. So I think they like their linebacker group, whether it's Aaron Campman coming back. He's obviously an unrestricted free agent, could end up with a 4-3 team. The Packers could decide to franchise tag him and then trade him. There's all kinds of scenarios there. They liked what they saw from Brad Jones, but I think they need another impact-type player like they have in Clay Matthews, who will be playing next Sunday in the Pro Bowl as a rookie. The second question comes from Chris, who wants to know, after listening to Green and Gold today, why do you guys put some kind of stigma on Brett Favre playing for revenge? I don't know about you, but if my company managed me out of the business, I would be motivated to make them regret it. And as much as the game means to me and many others, in the end, it is just a game. Well, I like the second part of that because that gives us a little bit of perspective, because I know how passionate people are about the Favre thing. But if you listen to Bill and I talk on Green and Gold today this week about Favre, it's not that there's anything wrong with him being out for revenge. I don't blame him in the least for wanting to prove that he could do it at age 40, prove to the Packers that they should have taken him back despite all of his indecision and all the issues that came with it, and prove to the rest of the league that he still has it. There's nothing wrong with that. What I pointed out when I watched him celebrate against Dallas in the game last Sunday was that his celebrations have an edge to them now, an attitude, and I showed you an anger to them. And if you look at the cover of Sports Illustrated and the photo that John Beaver took of him, it's very clear that that's what's going on with him right now. And so, not that there's anything wrong with it. I think our issue is, why not admit it? You know, in that story, is that it? You're done? You need to burp? Okay, we're going to burp while I answer the rest of that question. In that story, Deanna talks about how it's all about winning the Super Bowl and it's not about anything else. And that's obviously in direct conflict with the fact that she sat in a luxury box at the Metrodome and took a picture with a guy who had a number 4 Vikings jersey on, and the nameplate said, "Thanks, Ted," where it would have said Favre. So I think the issue is not whether he's out for revenge or out to prove anything. I think the issue has always been, at least for me, that you have to be honest. But if we're being honest, the man has had a tremendous season, and he deserves all kind of credit for that. That'll wrap it up for today. You fell asleep. You fell asleep during my little segment on ESPNMilwaukee.com and ESPNMadison.com. Hopefully, Wilde's Mailbox doesn't have the same effect on you as it has on her, and I hope you'll tune in again. Remember to send your questions either via email at jwilde@ESPNMadison.com or ESPNMilwaukee.com, or you can always do it via Twitter if you can get it into 140 characters or less. Good burp, buddy. So tune in again next time. Thanks a lot, and have a good day.